What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dollar Mike and I'm back at it again with another video. And we have a quick requested video for you guys today. We're going to be going over the differences, or pretty much do a quick versus video on the Acorns IRA versus the Robinhood IRA. So we're not going to waste too much time. Let's jump right into it. Shouldn't be that long. Let's go. If you are not familiar with the Acorns platform or the Robinhood platform respectively, they're pretty much both investment platforms, pretty much beginner investing platforms. That's the way they were marketed at least, but overall I think they're just great platforms to get started when it comes to investing, simply because they're super easy to use, and like I said, they're typically marketed towards beginners, but anybody can use them. I personally use both of them, so I'm just saying that's pretty much that. When it comes down to it, they offer tons of different beginner-like things. When it comes to Acorns, they offer a place where you can go ahead and just simply put money into the platform, invest into a preset portfolio, and that money will grow over time. With Robinhood, you have a little bit more structure. You can have a little bit more options. You can actually go ahead and invest into options, which is more of an advanced investing strategy, and also invest into personal stocks, something that you can't do on Acorns. But as of late, Robinhood has finally added the option to go ahead and start retirement accounts on the platform. So this isn't anything new to the investing world, but there is still an option for you to go ahead and open up a retirement account on Acorns and Robinhood, and we're talking about the differences today. So let's start with that first difference, and that first difference is price. When it comes to Acorns, you're going to pay about $3 every single month to have access to the Acorns Later portfolio, which is pretty much the retirement account when it comes to Acorns. However, on Robinhood, that is 100% free. You don't have to pay any monthly fees or anything like that. You are good to go. Now, Acorns charges a fee because they have other different things they set up with the app, which I think are pretty cool and useful, that we'll get to later in this video. Robinhood also has different things with the app that you can use besides a retirement account, but there you go. When it comes to just the IRAs, Acorns, you're paying $3 a month, and Robinhood, it's free. Now for the portfolio options. When it comes to Acorns, you can go ahead and select a pre-selected expert portfolio that they create for you based on a couple of questions that you will answer when you go to set up a retirement account or an IRA with Acorns. Those questions will pretty much be based on your age. They'll be based on your time horizon of how long you want the money to be invested for, and they'll also be based on your risk tolerance. Once you answer all those questions, they'll pretty much choose a pre-selected portfolio for you. You can accept that or choose something a little bit different if you want to, but I believe they have about 6 different portfolios for you to choose from, and then once you choose one, you simply put money into it, and that's pretty much it. They're going to invest all that money on your behalf into whatever portfolio you decide to choose, and you just ride the wave, you ride it out, and you make money over time for the long run. Because when you're investing into your retirement, you're not really looking at this money, you're really just putting the money in, consistently doing that over the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and that's pretty much it. It's very boring investing, but that's exactly how you want it to be for retiring, and you pretty much go about your day. For Robinhood, it's more of the same, but a little bit more features. So for Robinhood, you'll still get those expert created portfolios that they recommend to you based on some questions that you may answer, but you can also use your own stocks or pick your own stocks to put inside your own retirement portfolio. On Acorns, you simply cannot do that. That's not an option for you. You have to stick with what they created for you and invest into that. Robinhood, you can do the expert created portfolios, or you can overall buy your own stocks to put in there as well. And on top of that, Robinhood stated that they will be allowing options trading coming soon. We don't have a date just yet, but it is coming soon for your retirement portfolios, which I think is pretty cool if you're interested. I personally want to do that to my retirement portfolio, but hey, do whatever you want, it's your money. Past that, we have investment options. So what type of portfolios when it comes to retirement can you open on these respective platforms? When it comes to Acorns, you can open up a traditional, a Roth, or a SEP IRA, and when it comes to Robinhood, you can open up a traditional or a Roth IRA. Next up is the perks. So like I mentioned before, you can pretty much open up a retirement account on any brokerage platform, not just these two. So these two aren't anything special in that particular case, but they do offer special perks, especially for Robinhood, but we'll talk about that in just a second. So for the perks when it comes to the Acorns portfolio, you get this thing known as Smart Deposit. With Smart Deposit, you'll be able to invest a piece of your paycheck automatically, which is nice for automation and works great if you have the full Acorns suite of portfolio uses. So pretty much if you have an Acorns account and you're already using the Acorns Invest, the Acorns Early, the Acorns Debit Card, then what makes sense, it might be beneficial to you to open up the Acorns Later account and use the Smart Deposit feature, which I think is a pretty cool perk. But if you're not using Acorns like that, especially paying that monthly fee for it, then I honestly don't think it's that big a deal, and I don't think it's that much of a perk either. Now for Robinhood, this is a real perk because I haven't seen any other pretty much retirement account offer this, and that is a 1% match on every dollar that you make up to the maximum on the year. This is the only retirement account that I know personally. Let me know if you know something else down in the comment section below. This is the only one that I know that gives you a 1% match without you having to be with a company or anything like that. Of course, if you work with a company, they might give you a 401k match or something like that. But this is the only retirement account that I know that gives you a match on your money just by simply being invested into them. So overall, that match, like I said before, is up to the maximum every single year. And right now, the maximum when it comes to a Roth IRA, which is what I typically tell people to invest into, it all depends on what you need, is $6,500. So that means you'll get $65 as a match every single year. Now you may say, well, Mike, $65 doesn't sound like a lot of money, and it's not a lot of money. The point of investing, especially when it comes to investing in your retirement and for the long term, is to allow your money to compound. So over time, that $65 will turn into well over, or at least it could turn into well over $20,000 extra in your retirement account over the next 40 years as you would invest in your retirement. $60 doesn't sound like a lot now, but you know, in 40 years it definitely does, and it'll definitely add a nice little chunk to your money in the long term. The last thing I want to mention today is user interface. Probably one of the best things. I think honestly both apps have a great user interface for exactly what they need to do, but we can go ahead and pull up my phone right here and we'll just dive into both apps real quick just to see what the retirement accounts will look like on both platforms. I have a retirement account on both platforms. I mainly stick with Acorns for personal reasons right now, which I'll tell you later on, but regardless, let's jump into the Acorns app right now. So we dive on into the Acorns app, Face ID, and we are in. I am going to click on later, which is the retirement account for Acorns, and you can see this is how everything is broken down. So I can do a one-time investment, or I can withdraw some of my money. I also can see what type of portfolio I have right now. It's set as a aggressive portfolio, so that means it's pretty much invested into all stocks. You can see all of my investments right here. So about, I think about, what is this, 55%? About, yeah, 55% of my money is in ticker symbol VOO, which is the large index fund for the S&P 500. We got about another 20%, I believe. Let's double check. 30% invested into international company stocks, or ticker symbol IXUS. Another, I keep clicking on the wrong thing, but we're doing one take. Another 10% in medium-sized companies, and another 5% in small cap or small-sized companies. And you can see the returns on everything as well. And you can also go back and see like the long-term return of a one-day chart, a 1 month, a year-to-date, all one past year, 5 years, and then all time of how much I've been invested. And I've had this portfolio open for quite a bit of time, and I just started reaching the maximums on it last year, and this year I'll reach the maximum again. So either way, started open back in what looks like August of 2019, and we've just been riding ever since, consistently investing and allowing that money to compound with the dividends and all that kind of good stuff. So we scroll down some more, you can see all the details. You can see my recurring investments. I do $125 every single week into it to reach the maximum every single year for Acorns, and that's pretty much the retirement account that you can use. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward, nothing crazy. Like I said, I'm not going to dive too deep into it because I've shown these platforms already. But if you want to see the Acorns platform again, nothing's really changed too much. Just let me know down in the comment section below. I'll make a full-blown video talking about it yet again. And we hop on over to Robinhood. You can check it out real quick. Face ID, and we're in. We're going to go on over to the retirement account. I just opened one on Robinhood, so here you guys go. This is what it pretty much looks like. We scroll down, it's $100 in here because obviously I just opened it, and you can see the same thing here, the contributions. You can go ahead and make a contribution if you wish to do so, and you'll also get the matches as well. So every time you put money in, they'll match it by 1%, which I think is really great. And honestly, I have no issue with it. All the stocks that I'm invested into on the Robinhood platform are from the recommendation that they gave me. And so far, so good. I mean, like I said, it's only been a couple of weeks, so I can't really say it's like great. But past week, 2%, month, 7%, you know, nothing's really changed. Year to date, about 5%. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I put $100 in, I'm at 107.62 right now. Not much else to say about it. It's pretty basic, pretty straightforward on how they want you to do it. And you can also choose between which tax year you want to go ahead and invest into. Of course, you can do the same thing on Acorns as well. So there's really no differences between either platform. And I think both platforms have a very nice user interface that's really easy for you to understand, or really anybody else. So that's really all I got to say. Overall, let's just get to the verdict. So between these two platforms, I think Robinhood is just the go-to, and it's the go-to, number one, because it's free, and number two, because you get that 1% match on your money. You can't argue with that, especially as that may lead to $20, $30, $40, $50,000 more in your lifetime versus another platform like Acorns where you're invested into the exact same thing. It's personally up to you. There's nothing otherwise, pretty much nothing special about either one of these platforms besides the Robinhood 1% match when it comes to just the retirement accounts. And you don't have to pick either one of these platforms. There are tons of other brokerages that allow you to invest into a retirement account and allow you to fully choose your investments and have full control over them at any given time. So I think both are great. Have no issues. Robinhood, I would definitely use for that 1% match. I think that's great for that reason. And then when it comes to Acorns, honestly, I still have my money in Acorns for a solid reason. I use the Acorns early to invest for my niece, and I haven't found another platform that's free where I can invest for my niece on, where I can, you know, open up a account, because she's only 2 years old. So open up an account for her and whatnot. So if you guys know one, I'll do some research. But if you guys know one, definitely link it down below. I'll close my Acorns out and probably move that money on over to Robinhood to get that match. But for the time being, since I'm investing for my niece and I also use the Acorns Invest, since I'm using pretty much almost the full suite of Acorns, I'll just keep my Acorns account open for that very reason. And that's pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I'm sure a lot of people that do have retirement accounts are probably not even using either one of these platforms, but somebody did request me to do a video on the Acorns versus Robinhood IRA, and there you guys go. So Robinhood to go to, I think 1% match. Acorns only if you're going to use the full suite of all the Acorns products. Other than that, probably wouldn't bother. Past that, you can also invest with any other retirement account that you wish to invest with on any other brokerages. It does not matter. So with all that, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay positive, stay hydrated. Dollar Mike. Peace.